MCAT 2015 Cram Physical Foundations Question, Flashcard 34, Newton's third law, force of impact during a collision. All right, let's delve into the question. Suppose a moving truck with mass m1 and a velocity v1 collides with a moving convertible with a mass m2 and a velocity v2, resulting in both coming to a complete stop. Where m1 is 3 times the velocity of m2 and v2 is 3 times v1. The truck collides with the convertible with the force F1. Which of the following statements accurately describes the resultant force F2 of the convertible? Is it A, the convertible exerts a larger force because of its greater velocity? Is it B, the force gets dissipated during the collision in the form of heat, sound, and deformation of the two vehicles? Is it answer choice C, the convertible exerts the same force as on the truck? Or is it D, the convertible exerts a smaller force because of its smaller mass? I'll give you a moment to think. And in order to answer this question, you have to be familiar with Newton's third law. And Newton's third law, formally stated, says that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. I basically just gave away the answer, so I'll give you a moment to think about why you're selecting your answer choice. All right, start thinking, and definitely press pause if you need to. All right, let's examine each of the answer choices. Now, whether the convertible exerts a smaller force because of its smaller mass can't be determined since its greater change in velocity and therefore acceleration offsets its smaller mass. Okay, so answer choice D can be eliminated. Whether the convertible exerts a larger force because of its greater velocity also can't be determined since the truck has a greater mass despite its smaller velocity. Okay, it would take more work to stop the convertible still due to its higher velocity, but we can say for certain that it exerts a larger force. So answer choice A can also be eliminated. Now, it might just seem like I'm, knocking these wrong answer choices off one by one, but this really is an art. You have to practice a lot of these problems and get this conceptual understanding to be able to eliminate incorrect choices. It doesn't come overnight. All right, so moving along now to answer choice B. The energy of the collision gets dissipated in the form of heat, sound, and deformation, and not the force, okay? There's a difference. So basically, now we're left with answer choice C, and obviously they exert the same force on each other. So answer choice C is going to be our correct answer choice. And again, this is due to Newton's third law. So if the truck collides with the force F1, then the convertible is going to collide with the force negative at F1, same magnitude, just opposing direction. Additionally, as a little aside, their momentums are also equivalent. Remember that momentum is mass times velocity, so the velocities and masses balance each other out, okay? And thus their impulses are going to be equal. Therefore, the time of collision is the same for both, so the average force of impact is going to be the same. Okay, this takes a lot. You might want to read up more on Newton's third law, momentum, and impulses, okay? All right,